Today we are returning to counting the shapes that we are making. My lovely husband is here.
Did Robert show up yet?
We have in the house, we have Art again. I love that, Allison Gain. Thank you, Jesse, Robert Ians, Elise Beth, and Flora. Boom. Thank you guys for joining. Today, I'm going to tackle this segment of the painting.
Okay.
So, you want to help out today? I have an
Well,
assistant.
I just want everybody to know that I've been painting the docks down at the marina, and my wife said she didn't know how to do that, and I don't really believe her. I don't think she wanted to do it. So
I have this. I'm going to be painting today.
ciao.
Ciao. So, with all the distractions we have going today, for those of you that tuned in before, Robert Ians, for sure knows this. So this painting so far has 2,675 shapes. And I use this process of painting shapes because it helps me organize my thinking. So it's a continued project. And I have just turned out to really love this technique and this way of working. So I had this really big orange painting that was 8 foot by 10 foot, which is a large painting, and it was all orange. And so now I'm breaking it down into more purples and blues, natural tones, but the orange underneath it is really helping everything else to pop. So this is the segment I'm going to work on today. Maybe we'll get 100 shapes out of here. I'm going to count while I make the shapes. I would foresee this whole painting ending up at around at least 10,000 shapes, more than likely. I don't know. It's my fascination of making shape paintings. It's just really interesting because historically my paintings have been, the big abstracts anyway, or even the landscapes, are more loosey-goosey, like just super gestural. And so this is really tightening that process up. But it really makes for beautiful mosaic-like paintings. And for me, if I do this every afternoon, it's a really nice meditative session. And other people, I find that I'm getting feedback as they turn it on and listen to me in the background, maybe while they're working on something else. I'm just grateful that you have tuned in. So for the next 30 minutes, which for me is 1:45 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. because I am in Eastern Standard Time on this day, which is Wednesday, March. What are we today? March 4th. That's our day. I'm going to make some shapes here. So my material, my media is oil paint. This is solvent-free fluid. I'm using this because I'm making up a mixture of solvent-free fluid, a little bit of white paint and titanium white, and a little bit of Gamsol. What is this? It's paint thinner. Yeah, but it's odor-free. I still try to paint with, there should be air moving in here, so I'm not just breathing the fumes. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. I don't know why I'm a little bit anxious to get this one started. This is where my editor creeps in. I get to that point of the painting where you don't want to mess it up. So, as I would coach anybody else, you can't really mess it up, right? If it goes in a certain way that I don't like, I can just change it. You can always change it. So here is a Shiva oil stick. which is basically phthalo green. Should be really interesting against this orange. And I'm just laying this down so I get some pigment down here. And maybe some pigment down here. Right before, as I was prepping my paints on my kind of like little paint station here today, I had tuned into Substack and was introduced to a new creative on Substack, which I encourage you. Oh gosh, now I forget his name. I need to find out what his name is. But the last thing I heard him say was, we all need to get back to the joy source. The joy source, right? And for me, painting provides me with an immense amount of joy. So after I heard, I think it was Chris. Gosh, what was his name? Oh my gosh, it was so. He did this live impromptu singing. I assume he's a songwriter. And that's gonna bug me what his name is. But anyway, I love, since I am not a musician, I love always being exposed to music. Music is a huge part of my creative process. So again, I'm just laying this pigment down. She can't even see the name. Get in the game, Lawrence. Get in the game. That's what my dad used to say. Or either, get with the team, get in the game. My dad was a big sports guy. God bless him. Miss him every day. Okay, so one more thing. Sorry for the delay here with my materials. What do I love to use there? Maybe a little bit of white. Dang it, what was that musician's name? If anybody knows who I'm talking about, get with the joy source. Who said that? Get with the joy source. Frock. Somehow I think of Frock in his last name. I'm going to find out before the end of this stuff. Okay, so today, again, we're starting from 2,675 shapes. In here, I have the solvent-free fluid with some paint thinner. Just going to make all of this flow with some titanium white oil paint. And don't have fear about where this is going. Just like Dory, just keep swimming. We're going to start here. Hi, Harry. Thanks for joining. Karen, thank you for joining. And everyone else who's on here, Flora, she's still here. At least, thank you guys for being here. Trying to get you. There's the edge of the canvas. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that is a pretty green. I love phthalo green. 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11. Get with the joy source. 11, 12, Painting is my joy. Routine. Routine. Oh, the sun just shifted outside. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I can't believe the air conditioner's coming on in March. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we'll take a break at 20. See where we're at here. I'm liking this color combination. So far, so good. 20, right? That's where I'm at. 20. 20. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. And Harry, thank you guys for joining. 20, 20, 20, 20 shapes. I don't know. That's kind of a departure from what I have going, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. I'm not gonna over critique it. I can always change it. 22, 23, 24, big decision there. 25, 26, 27, 28. Sometimes I don't know if I should preserve what's under there or not. 28, 29. Let's go to 3 and just stop and look at these even numbers or at the 10s, at 30s, 10, 20, 30, 40. It's easier for me to remember where I'm at. 30. I like how these are shaped here. That'll give the feeling of the mountain kind of having an angle, like the mountainside. It's maybe coming down this way. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 38, 39, 40. There, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44. It's the lady who counts and paints. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Let's come down and get some of that green. 49. Oh, that's nice. 49, 50, 51, 51, 52. Smoother. 52. 52 weeks in the year. 52 ways to do something. If you've never worked with these Shiva oil sticks, they really are. They're so malleable. They're so great. I love them. Or my friend Heather the other day, she bought these R&H sticks. Those were great too. 52, 53, 54, 55. Oh, that's a bright one. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, oops, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 70, 70, 70. Let's pull some of this pigment on the Shiva oil sticks. And we were at 70. Stay focused, Lori. Stay focused. 70. Pooch. Yellow in here. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So get the yellow that you want, Lori. Don't be lazy. 71. So it's 71, 71. Have a little bit of this yellow. 71. I think it'll be fine. This is actually cadmium barium yellow. It's a really nice yellow, super light. Hi, Tanya. Thanks for joining. Oh, thank you. Let's see who else. Shane. Thank you. Lisa, if I didn't say thank you. 71. Gonna add a little bit of yellow to, yeah, that's nice. 71, 72, 73. And I kind of start on these outer edges because that part is going to be wrapped during framing. So if I screw up the color, I have some space to work with it. 72, 72, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 85, 85, 85. Oh, no, about this here. 85. Here we go. Still an 85 because I'm not making anything new. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 31. That dark green, 91, 92. Easy to 100 today. 93. Or 95. I think this is going to be a new way to work as far as getting a nice orange or red background. 94. Because, and you know who used to work like that? 94 is the artist and sculptor, painter and sculptor Botero. If you look him up, I'm pretty sure, I think he started all of his canvases. And I'm pretty sure it's Botero. I used to live in Denver, and right there down by the Civic Center and the Performing Center, there was one of his sculptures, and he would do these really obese shaped people, sculptures and in painting. But his paintings, he would have this red, gosh, I hope I have that correct. You know, the older I get, my memory is not so good. He would start with these red backgrounds in his paintings, and I can understand why it creates such a vibrant background. 94. Somebody has a question here. Alexi. Oh, I was doing something, and Miranda just joined. Awesome sauce. And Camilla and Ara Digital and Tanya and Shane. Thank you guys for joining. Alexi says I was doing something similar since like 20 years ago. I'd love to see some of those. If you want to share them on your page, Alexi, that'd be cool. It's kind of my newfound obsession. Painting shapes. I'm at 94. I'm going to bring you guys a little closer over here. Thanks for joining, Miranda. Miranda hopefully I'm going to talk to her later this week. 94. We're on 94 shapes for today. How much time? Oh, we've got 10 minutes left. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. It would be my dream. 98, 99, 100. Look at that. It would be my dream if I could encourage a whole bunch of people to start painting shapes, and they had really repeated positive effects of calming their nervous system in difficult times. If that's my legacy, that would be cool. The Shape Lady, 100 shapes today, 101. Before I do any more, I'm going to switch the camera angle, and hopefully you can even see more up close because the oil paint here is just so rich and luscious. What was I at? 102? Something like that. 102. This paint is just super yummy. Bear with me. Moving the camera. Scusi. Donna, thanks for joining. Hi, Miranda. Okay, so there, that should be a really good angle. 102. 102, 103, 104. 2, 103. 104. Ooh, I like that shape. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. I'm gonna get a little yellow. 110. These shapes are shifting now. 111. 112. I'll break this one up. 113. 112. 113. 114. Ooh, look at that lime green. 115. 116. 117. Those are tiny. 118. 119. That is just yummy. 120. 121. 122. 123 shapes today. 124. 125. 126. 127. Well, 127. Look at this here. Using some of that pigment and just moving it along. 127. And because this is oil paint, you just work with it forever. Which I appreciate. 127. Okay. 127. 100. 127 reasons to paint shapes. 127. 128. 129. Ooh, that's pretty too. 130. 131. I just love this orange coming through here. It's so warm. 131. 132. 133. 33. Let's go ahead and paint this edge here. 133. What time we gotta go? 5 minutes. 133. 133. 133. 134. Oh, that's pretty. 135. 136. 137. Trying to follow. 137. Trying to follow the old shapes I had here on the knee. 138. 138. 109. Chris, I'm trying to still think of that musician that I heard right before I came on here. 137. 138. 139. 140. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, if I could find an app to count the shapes before I just lost my place. Where was I, 140? I don't think that was it. 144, maybe? Anybody remember? I need a whole team here. 144. Let's just keep going. 145. 146. Got some pink in here that's really kind of cool. 147. 147. 148. 149. 150. 151. 152. 153. 154. 155. 156. 57. 58. 59. 60. 160. Which direction? 161. 61. 161. Well, it's too small for one. 161. 162. 163. 164. 165. Couple minutes left. 66. 67. 68. 69. 170. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 75. 75. 175. Let's get 25 more. 175. 176. 177. 178. 179. 180. 181. 182. 183. 184. 185. 186. 187. 188. 189. 190. 191. 192. 193. 194. 195. 196. 197. 198. 199. 200. 201. 202. Almost done, guys. 203. 204. Thanks for joining me today. 205. 206. 207. 208. How perfect. 209. Spread the love, spread the love. 210. It's a nice place to stop. 210. Okay. 210. Add it to the list. The other day, I made a video of me painting while trying to explain my process. Completely messed with my head. Yes, ma'am. It surely does. But the more you practice it, the easier it gets. At least I didn't swear in this episode because I lost track the other day. So here we are. I'm happy about that green. It's kind of a nice introduction into my orange, kind of Japanese landscape. Oops. All right, kids. So with 210, we're at 2,885 shapes. Thank you for joining me on this live painting for calming, live painting, calming, and counting shapes. I'll try to be back here again tomorrow. Ciao. Till next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.